Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Daggerfall LP, and this is a very special day for a few reasons. First and foremost, this is the 100th video in my Daggerfall series, which I'm actually very proud of, and I'm very happy that I've had people following along with me. Secondly, it's probably going to be the last session that I do in Daggerfall, because we're actually at the in-game now. And on that note, we now get to see where Tryst's allegiances lie. So let's get to it. So last session we got the Totem of Tiber Septim, which controls a very powerful thing called Numidium, I believe. I'm just going to go for a bit of a walk. And then we got a whole bunch of letters from various royal factions in Daggerfall and the surrounding area about what they would give us in exchange for this totem. Now, if Tryst had the choice, he would use the totem himself in order to secure a title in the nobility. But since he is not of royal blood, he cannot use the totem. So now he has to take it to someone else and hope that his decision will lead him to fame or some way that he can obtain a title. So, let's get to it. Now, he got an offer from Sentinel, an offer from Daggerfall, and an offer from Wayrest. He doesn't trust any of the nobles in any of those places. He also got an offer from the Underking and the Blades, but he doesn't really like those people either anymore. The Blades being representatives of the Emperor, and the Emperor, you know, not really being too rewarding for all of Tryst's efforts in the Iliac Bay. So, yeah, Tryst has had enough of it. I don't think he's going to be, you know, doing favors for the Emperor anytime soon. We also got an offer from Gortwog, the king of the orcs, but Tryst doesn't really feel too compelled to go and help him. The reward was an artifact, and that's not what Tryst is after. And finally, there was an offer from the King of Worms, the Lord of the Necromancers, in the mountains here. And that's where he's actually going to go, because the King of Worms offered him fame, and Tryst is hoping that this fame may lead him to a title in the nobility. Now, as you may recall, Tryst did actually do a favor for the King of Worms earlier in the LP series, and he ended up feeling a lot of regret. However, Tryst, I guess, didn't really learn from that experience, because here he is, he's going right back to the King of Worms. And we know Tryst really isn't that smart when it comes to planning things like this. So, he may regret this decision, we will see, but this is what he's going to do. It's this way. I have to stop pressing the E key when I try to open these doors. I don't know why I'm trying to open doors that way. Alright, so just fight through these undead and bats that guard the way to the King of Worms. And here we are. Alright. So this is it. He is going to make a deal with this guy. The totem. At last, it is within my grasp. You have done well, Tryst. I shall remember this when I have transformed. Search now for the mantella. Without it, the totem is worthless. In the meantime, enjoy the adoration of the world. Well, I had work, but I heard what? Is he saying this? Well, I had work, but I hired the Fighters Guild to do it. Okay. Well, I guess he's like, oh, well, I had this other job I wanted someone to do, but don't worry about it, Tryst, you've done enough. Okay, the unmistakable voice of Nulfaga speaks softly in your head. I see that the totem has found its way into the hands of someone with royal blood. I think it is time you paid me another visit here into dungeon, Tryst. Your work is not done yet. Alright, let's go. So how is this going to affect, well, a lot of things. Tryst has effectively just betrayed the Emperor, though maybe he hasn't really thought that far ahead. He's kind of thinking more short term and not so much about the consequences of what he just did. I mean, Tryst, at this point, he probably has done enough in his mind. Probably could claim a noble title somewhere, but he does feel somewhat compelled to check out, or at least listen to Nulfaga in Dungeon. So he's going to go and do that. And we'll see what happens. Alright, this is so exciting. This is, I think, the last dungeon in the game. Not Dungeon, but you'll see. Alright. And I think the password was shut up. Okay. A couple of guards who are not attacking us, I guess. Or, no, they are. Iron Atronachs. Not really guards. Okay. I hear very scary sounds in this dungeon. I think I'm feeling very happy that I don't have to go through it again. So let's just say it before we initiate this next final part of the game. Only crowned heads will hold the totem true. First is one who killed, but did not kill another. Second is one who too devoured by its young. Third is one who made the one slave and many free. Fourth and fifth are two who compete for mud. Sixth is one who brings a home to the homeless. Seventh is one who lords all, but does not lord at all. Huh. I'm gonna come back to this, because I want to decipher which one's which. I do not know who of these seven is most worthy of the power. For too long have I let my passions make me mad. Sometimes the fate of a world hang on the decision of one person. You have been chosen, who will command Great Numidium. You bear the burden for the consequences. Ooh, consequences. I send you now to the Mantell and Crux, the safeguarded prison of the Mantella. Look for a green jewel of unusual size. Merely touch the Mantella, and it is freed. You'll be transported back to my side. Alright, so before I click and probably get teleported, just want to look at this. Only crowned heads will hold the totem true, versus one who killed but did not kill another. Possibly the king of Daggerfall who killed his brother. Oh, I'm not sure who the other is. Second is one who is too devoured by its young. That sounds like Eadwire, because his children are kind of vying for power. Third is one who made one slave and many free. Who made one slave and many free? I don't know that. Fourth and fifth are two who compete for mud. That's probably the King of Worms and the Underking, because they're underworldy type figures. Sixth is one who brings a home to the homeless. That would be Gortwog. And seventh is the one who lords all but does not lord at all. Probably the Empire, because he is theoretically the Emperor of the land, but these provinces are not really loyal to him. So I guess third would be Akarithi? Yeah, I don't know. But we'll get going.